This week's Moment of Science is sponsored by Charleston County Parks.
You get called a bird brain and it's meant as an insult, when in reality birds' brains are gigantic for their body mass. They're comparable to some of the higher thinking mammals. They're certainly not solving all the world's great mysteries with their brains, just they're using their brains for different things. This little kestrel can see light in the ultraviolet spectrum. That's a big brain processing information in ways that our brain can't process. So bird brain, take it as a compliment. Circling vultures does not indicate that there is something dead on the ground. That circling behavior is using hot air to gain altitude. So they're riding up on thermals to gain altitude, to gain a better vantage point, so that then they can locate that food. When they find dead things, they go to the dead thing on the ground. One of the things people think about when they think about owls is their amazing ability to turn their heads. It's not unique to owls, first off, and no, they cannot turn their heads all the way around. They can turn their heads about 270 degrees in each direction. And they've got some pretty amazing anatomy that allows for it. If we could turn our head 270 degrees, we would pass out pretty quickly because it would constrict blood flow. But the way that their veins and arteries run to and from their brain, they don't constrict when they turn their heads. In most cases, not true at all. Most birds we don't think have that prominent of a sense of smell anyway. It's not because she can smell me having touched the chick, it's because I'm there interfering. So get the bird back in the nest and leave it alone. Finding a young bird on the ground isn't necessarily a problem. Turkey vultures actually lay their eggs on the ground. Lots of birds do. We want to make sure that birds get the help they need, but we don't want people to kidnap a bird, so to speak. Our operations depend on people in our community wanting to help. And we just don't want to make an issue where there wasn't one. And that's a matter of education.
Which the center provides through up-close encounters, teaching visitors lessons they learn from treating various birds of prey injured in the low country. For more information on tickets and more segments highlighting the center, including how they use radar to track migrating birds, head over to our website, counton2.com. For this week's Moment of Science, I'm Storm Team 2 meteorologist David Dixon.